Okay, welcome back to List Building Tips for Affiliate Marketers. And in this video, what we're going to do is discuss your email campaign. Now, you're obviously going to have people to opt into your page once you start getting traffic, and you're going to want to write emails that will help you to convert those visitors into dollars. Now, the way that you're going to do that is you're basically going to make sure that you have 3 to 4 content-based lessons just based on your bonus, right? So in this particular case, we're working with the Tao of Badass, so we want to have lessons on dating, and we really want to have them as closely aligned with the product as we can. Now, you're not always going to be able to have that when you're promoting a product, and specifically within the niche that you are going to have. Sometimes you'll either need to write them yourself, or sometimes you might even have to buy some other content. But in this particular case, they've given us some content, and we are going to use it. It's actually going to be one of the tips I'm going to suggest to you. Now, you're going to want to get good article content. You can get that from eZine articles or some of the other services out there. But what you're trying to do is to provide your subscribers with good information that will again make them want to click the link to the product and buy with your affiliate link. Um, and we are going to use the affiliate tools. As I said, I'm going to show you those in a minute, but just so that you'll know, you do want to find high converting products with affiliate tools. They tend to do very well. You're not always going to be able to get that with the products you're going to you got products you're going to promote. Now, we're going to be talking about in our emails. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what they're learning and what else they can expect to see. And what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to follow your link in order to get that something else, right? So if they like what they're learning and they really want to get into it, then yeah, the tone of your email is you want to make sure that they know that there's more to come, but they've got to go to the link and they've got to go to the sales page. Okay, now the general pattern is you can do one lesson every day. I mean, if you have, 5 or 6 or so, or you can do one lesson every 3 to 4 days, and that will do. If you have a few lessons and you don't really have a lot, and you don't want to spread it out too much over time, but if you only have a few, you can use them kind of every other day or every other 2 days. And in general, you want to focus on one product at a time. So in this case, you're going to be opting people in to the Tao of Badass set of products. Now, if we don't have a buyer, right? If the buyer doesn't buy, then we want to be able to continue to market to them, right? We want them to continue to receive dating offers until they find the right one. So we're going to assume that not everybody's going to buy. So we're going to focus on one product at a time in our series of emails. When that series of emails is completed, then we can go back to providing information, and then we can then start to focus on another product if we want. So let's take a look at doing a few emails here. Okay, now we're at the Tao of Badass, and as I said, if you're using this product, you're fortunate because they've done a lot of the copy for you. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the copy is going to convert for you. You'll have to test that out, but you do have email copy to start with, and you can use this copy as part of your emails. They call this their opt-in swipe, and it's going to be called something different in any product that actually has these tools. The first thing that you want to do, of course, is you want to do a thank you email, and you want to thank them, and then deliver what you said you're going to deliver. You want to have them to get that immediately, and then what you can do is you can start with these emails that have been put together by the product creator with your domain name there, or with your affiliate link, right? And so what you're going to do is you're going to set these up inside of your autoresponder. I'm going to say once every other day, or once every day, and then as they start to get these emails, hopefully they will start clicking the link to check out the actual product. So I'm going to go through the process of just putting one of these swipe emails into our autoresponder so that you'll know what that looks like. So I'm going to copy this entire first swipe here. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go to my autoresponder series. Okay, so now I'm back inside of Get Response. I'm going to go to the message section, and then I'm going to go to Create Autoresponders. Okay, we are now inside of the autoresponder, and what we're going to do here is we are going to just click Create a new email. And we're going to put our swipe right on the initial put our swipe into the copy box here. But what we're going to first need to do is we're going to just title this Dating for Dudes. This is not customer's not going to see this now. The subject line, we do want to make sure that we know we have a subject line that our list is going to want to see and then click on. So let's check out the subject line that they had in the Tao of Badass, and it's how to respond to buy me a drink. Okay, curious you should be. We can just take that as it is. Okay, so we've got our subject in there. We're going to go ahead and go to the next step. And what I'm going to suggest that you do is I'm going to suggest that you just use a template that is plain. So we're going to use the Start from Scratch template here. Just click that link. Okay, then we're just going to use a plain template. You can click Use Template here, the blank one there. That's going to bring us to this page inside of Get Response. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide the text box over so that we can put our text in there. And then we're going to cut and paste our email copy into the box. Okay, so now we've got our information in there. We're going to clean up all the things that don't need to be there. Okay, now again, remember now this is our order link, and that order link is probably a little ugly, and you're not necessarily going to want to use that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you in a separate video how to make a better looking link there. And you can do that very easily with a couple of link cloakers, or you can also use a link shortener. Now, I'm going to suggest that you don't use a link shortener because sometimes spam filters, they will read all of the link shorteners as a spam, and then they will not deliver your email. So there is another way to do it using some link cloaking techniques, which we will show you in another video. It's probably beyond the scope of this one, and this one is getting kind of long. So the only other thing that I think we need to do is I need to show you how to personalize the email. So to do that inside of Get Response, we're going to push this button down here in our editing field. That's going to give us a list of things that we can do. I'm going to scroll through these things. You're going to see it's going to appear up here. And what we want is the first name. and that should now be in our email. So it's going to say, hey, first name, okay, which will be their first name. It will be, hey, John, or whatever they put into the email box. And then that'll be the first email that they receive. And so what you're also going to want to do is, once you do that, is you're going to want to write in your name here. And as I said, we're going to make a prettier link than this. But we're going to copy all this now. And we're going to put all of that into the same. We're going to also put this into the plain text format. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to plain text. And we're going to put the same information in there. Sometimes I'll click wrap long lines, but that's not necessary inside of Get Response. It's already responsive to mobile devices. I'm going to click close. Okay, so now once we've done that, is now we have already set up our first email. We're going to repeat the process for each email. Now, when do we want to have this email sent? Well, we want to have it probably sent. We want to probably have it sent. We're going to say we want to have it sent immediately. But what we're going to do is, if you recall, we still have not delivered our bribe to the individual. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this the actual email that we're sending on day 1, and then we're gonna actually do another email for day 0. Right. So now in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set up our first day email, so that they will get what we promised them, and we're going to go ahead and upload that document to our server. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.